So what is up YouTube, NG Lee as you already know, and first of all, if you're new to my channel, like, if you go and click my logo in the bottom right corner and subscribe on now. Also hit the bell so you can never miss one of the videos. But anyway guys, this is the Jump Force storyline in 10 minutes. Spoiler alert, just like you guys know, it's a big spoiler alert. So if you have not played and you wish to play, do not watch this video. But it's up to you overall. So anyway guys, to start off pretty much here guys, your character is a random human being who gets shot down by Freeze's death beam as he's destroying New York, I believe. And Trunks believes the only way to save you is to make you a hero by giving you the Umbris cube, so he does so, and in doing so, he makes you into an anime character that is a new recruit for the Jump Force, pretty much which is the Jump Alliance of the heroes from all different tales of animes, starting with the 3 leaders of Team Alpha Goku, Team Beta Luffy, and Team Gamma Naruto. And within these 3 groups are, you know, a span of different characters from different animes, giving them notoriety for people to watch as they play the game. You'll definitely want to learn their background and stuff, such as JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, and you know, older animes like Yu Yu Hakusho that Urameshi's from, and all that stuff. You know, and to you know, the newer animes like Naruto and Black Clover. So anyway, as your character progresses through the storyline, you know, he is somebody who is revered as a very skilled fighter, but always yet underestimated. And for every time you're underestimated, you know, that's when you guys get the upper hand, you guys win, that type of thing. And you know, a lot of stuff is going on in here. So you've got the Black Umbris, and then your character is probably the only person that you've ever witnessed a good Umbris cube in, because there's the opposite team of the villains. You know, there's the main villain, Kane, and then there's his kind of as you would see, his accomplice, which is Galena. And between those two, they wreak havoc, and they pretty much do the same thing that created you, except in a way, since they're using the evil Umbris, they can create venoms and replicas and all that stuff. So pretty much you'll be defending the world against replicas and venoms for pretty much half of the story, which is subduing venoms and going all around the world and fighting the villains of many different animes, such as Blackbeard, Eyes, and Frieza, you know, that type of thing. And Hisoka especially, very annoying character. And just back to the term of what I said about the underestimated thing, you know, you're always underestimated, but by certain villains, you know, they have the respect to where they won't fight you until you're at your full power, or they won't, as they say, kill you until you're at your full power, which has been proved many times. Hisoka's been saying this fruit has not yet bored yet, so it's not ready to be eaten yet. And as Tojiro says towards the end, he backs off. He turns down the offer of fighting with Frieza and Hisoka because you're not yet at your full strength yet. You're not a worthy opponent to him yet. Because as many of you know, Tojiro, he's pretty much the 100% of 100%, you know, that type of thing. That's why it looks so weird. But yeah, so pretty much halfway through the story, you know, you guys turn up on a seemingly innocent girl named Angela, and you know, everything goes to shambles. And you know, meeting this guy Light Yagami, for all you guys who don't know Light Yagami, he is from Death Note, and his demon Ryut is definitely beside him. And as you first meet him, you know, Ryut notices that you notice him, and Light, you know, Light is past it. He gives you the okay for now, you know, obviously making it seem as though he is going to come back for you. And for now, pretty much just make it seem normal. And I want to say Light is definitely somebody who is an anti-hero in the story, because he does very questionable things until the very end, where he actually meets with Kane and agrees on something. You know, that's something that we don't know about yet. And I'll get back to that at the end of the video. But yeah, with this girl Angela, you know, she's obviously, you know, injured and can't talk about a lot of stuff. So most of the storyline you'll be fighting, and then, you know, they begin to realize that Light says that there is a traitor amongst everybody. and amongst everybody, they believe Angela's a traitor. And with Sanji with her, you know, those two sort of run off together, I guess you could say. They run off, and a few of the side missions you find that, you know, they also poison the food there, so you had to, so you know, everybody's on their tippy toes pretty much, and they only had enough food for daily, you know, for everybody to eat daily. So you know, that put a hinge in their plans, and that's what made it so the end of the story pretty much came fast, because they had to move fast because they were running low on food during the war. The longer it lasted, the worse it would be. So technically the jump was on the losing side, so you guys had to close in pretty fast and on Kane and all those guys, and kind of end all their plans. And you know, as Kane comes out through the storyline, you begin to notice that he's a very powerful character, and eventually you do find out that Angela is Galena in disguise. And you know, their names are pretty similar there. They have the same letters, Angela and Galena. If you kind of notice that, you just rearrange a little bit of the letters. It's funny. But yeah, eventually you do find out that Sanji was being controlled by her, and then you realize that Galena is not actually the accomplice for Kane. When you get to the very end, in the final stage of Kane and Galena's plan there, you begin to realize that Kane, somebody who was actually not even the real villain of the story, was actually somebody who was just turned evil because of pretty much his emotions alone. He lost his family and all that stuff, which made him seek for the power and not fight for justice at all, turning him into an evil being. You notice throughout the storyline, because as he looks upon your character, he gets mad. You know, he wants to get rid of your character fast, because your character reminds him of a younger him that had the good in him, the justice, fighting for justice. And then, you know, Galena actually reveals that the main actual antagonist is Director Glover, because once he absorbs the Umbris cubes and kills off Kane, he becomes a being. He called himself Prometheus, and he reveals his true plan. And his true plan actually wasn't even, you know, for all this stuff. He actually made a deal with Kane and Galena, and sooner or later he became their traitors, and destroyed both of them, absorbed their power. And he reveals to us that he it was pretty much in the pudding there. He how do you think he knew about the Umbris, that type of thing. And you know, he makes that character seem pretty dumb for ever thinking of him as a hero anyway. And pretty much he explains that he's been watching all the time of all these animes, and then in the background of the final stage it shows all of the anime clips from the old mangas. It has Sasuke, where he shows his first Mangekyo Sharingan. It's got Boa Hancock crying in a One Piece episode, you know, that type of thing. It shows the key moments that couldn't have been changed, and he explains that, you know, all this time he was powerless to change any of these things, and to watch over how all this stupid stuff became of justice and all this stuff, like how people died in Dragon Ball Z or Naruto and all this stuff because they were trying to do the right thing, and the right thing ended up getting people killed, and it was so dumb, and he thought it was such a bore. So he decided, once he gathered enough power with the Umbris, that he would combine both worlds and become the key holder, I guess you could say, the leader of all that is anything, pretty much. And as he defines his power for sure, because as you see, I left a clip where he just completely destroys my character and proves his worth. But you know, in the end, your character fights off sheer will, and your character just destroys him. And pretty much it, guys. Another thing to find out is, never forget about light. That's the main key part here. As your character finishes up the final battle, and as he's recognized at the end, you'll notice that Trunks talks to him. And Trunks is barged in, you know, as Trunks, talking a lot of stuff. You know, like, are you ready? We should be doing this, and the third. And then, you know, he says, sorry, director. So your character, you know, as the glory comes, your character actually becomes a director, you know. Technically the strongest of everybody. He gives orders to all three of those units now, which is Beta, Alpha, and Gamma. And towards the end of the story, like I said, never forget Light, because Light is the reason I believe there will be a Jump Force 2. Because, you know, as he still goes off into the shadows and that type of stuff. And for that, guys, you have to play that. I may do another video on that explaining that type of thing. Maybe what he thinks of. But anyway, guys, tell me what you think. and tell me if you liked the video. Thanks for watching. Click the left for the previous, click the right for the random video. Don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to like,